My trip to Australia was absolutely incredible. It was everything that I thought it would be times 10. Sydney is an amazing city. It's got a great vibe, a lot of buzz. It was really cool to see some of the iconic things that there are to see and sights in Sydney. I feel very fortunate that I got to begin and end my trip in Sydney, and I hope to return one day very soon. It's unbelievably gorgeous. The weather is fantastic. Just delighted to be here. The PC-12 is an excellent option when it comes to traveling around Australia and covering a lot of ground. It's 100% the way to go. I thought Makepeace Island was really interesting, and unlike any other stop we had on the itinerary, it was incredibly beautiful. I thought it had a cool Balinese flair, and it was really pretty awesome to be at Richard Branson's property. Qualia was exceptional. We had an amazing lunch at Qualia. The food and the cuisine that they had to offer was really sensational. Overall, a really great experience and a place I'd hope to return to one day. From Makepeace Island, we went to Lizard Island in the Great Barrier Reef. It was pretty cool to snorkel in one of the best reefs in the world. It's the best snorkeling I've ever done, and it's not to be missed. I've never seen so many cool colors my entire life. We were really fortunate when we went snorkeling. We were able to see a lot of cool tropical fish, some that I've never even dreamt of. We got to see some cool sharks, and we were pretty up close to them, which was really awesome. I loved Lizard Island. It's a very special place and definitely to be incorporated in any Australian itinerary, and I think it's one of my top 3 spots that I visited in Australia. The Daintree Rainforest was a really unique thing for me to do, as I'd never actually been to a rainforest before. So to have the opportunity to include that on this trip was pretty sensational. We got to see a lot of really cool animals. One in particular called the Boyd's Forest Dragon, which I was pretty enamored with, considering it looked like a mini dinosaur. For anyone who wants to sort of get off the beaten track a little bit in Australia, I think that adding a stop in the Daintree Rainforest would be a really great idea. Silky Oaks is a very beautifully appointed resort. It was pretty awesome, I have to say. I think that the Outback has its own charm. It's definitely a must-do in Australia. I think that it's one of the things that people in the US hope to do when they come to Australia. It's very unique. There's nothing like it in the US or near the US. I loved the Uluru Rock. I enjoyed hearing the story, the Aboriginal stories, and how far they date back, and I loved being a part of that learning experience. I think that Longitude 131 is absolutely a destination that people would be interested in. I think it can be a little bit challenging to get to, but if you're willing to add a couple of days to your itinerary, I think that making the effort to get there, and if you have access to a PC-12, that's even better. I think that it is definitely worth it. The Prairie Hotel is definitely pretty quirky and offers a very unique experience. It doesn't really get more authentic than the Prairie Hotel. We went on some cool excursions. I got to see one of my favorite marsupials, which is the yellow-footed rock wallaby, while I was there. Fortunately, I did not eat any yellow-footed rock wallaby while I was there, but we did taste a lot of interesting foods that I have never seen on a menu in my entire life. I'm so excited about my new boots. I can't even tell you what a surprise that was, and I cannot wait to wear them, and I will always think of my trip to Australia every time I put them on. That great room when you walk in at Southern Ocean Lodge on Kangaroo Island was absolutely astounding and really took my breath away when I walked in, and I was spending as much time in that room as possible. I really enjoyed getting to spend time with our guide, whose home has always been KI, and to get to interact with a real local and have an authentic experience made it that much more special. When we came down those stairs onto that beach and then they caught the crayfish, I think he had a name, I think it was maybe Alan, it was really mind-blowing. I couldn't believe how much there was to do in such a short amount of time, and that's why I think that you really could add an extra day, but it was just absolutely beautiful, and everything that we did outdid the previous thing. Saffire is the one place that I wish we would have had an extra night. It absolutely blew me away. Everything about Saffire was perfection. I always knew that Saffire was an incredible lodge, but it really blew me away. 10 out of 10 for sure, and I can't wait to return and send many clients that direction. I think Australia has a very unique range of things to offer that you will not ever experience until you leave home and get over here. And although it is quite a long journey, I think it is worth every minute it takes to get here. I'm completely blown away by this remarkable destination and all that it has to offer.